flipping pages since I could remember. That told me I had to be.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Today's Style Squad shout out goes to Fly Fingers, and if you want to be considered for the Style Squad, make sure that you are the first to comment on today's video. And today we are doing just a quick press-on tutorial. Everything is sped up to 4 times, so it is not in real time, but I thought that it would be fun to show how I make my press-on nails. All of my press-on nails are covered in acrylic, so they are very durable. They're not the kind that are bought on the store shelf, and they are all custom made. These here are a set that was commissioned for Black History Month, so I thought that it would be appropriate to close out the month with these nails. So first I'm just shaping them, and I use my straight nail clippers and just clip the edges to make sure that they are shaped properly. And then once that's done, I'm going to do an overlay in clear acrylic. And the overlay is done just as if you were doing an overlay on your natural nails. So it's going to be thicker at the tip, and of course it's going to be thinner as you get to the back end or the cuticle area. You want to make sure that since these are press-ons, that they do still run flush with your nails once they are pressed onto your nail bed. And you do want to make sure that everything is clean because these are very tiny. The filing is pretty, it's crazy. Anyway, so I do the overlay in acrylic on all the nails, and you're just going to watch me do one hand. Both hands were done a little bit different, but you'll see the complete set once I'm done with these. And I'll just speed through the acrylic laying process and come back once the acrylic is on all 5 of this hand. So now that the acrylic is laid on all of the fingers, we're going to come in and start the design. This one here is going to be some straight lines with black, red, and green. And so we're starting with the middle color, which is also the darkest color of black. And when I'm doing striping, I always start with the centermost color because it kind of sets the tone and the spacing for the other colors. And you don't have to be perfect. As you see, you know, anything that you do, you can come back in with the cleanup brush and just clean up and make the straight line. Striping is not my forte normally. It's very, very time consuming, but I do like how everything turns out in the end. Something that I'm going to keep working at, but not necessarily something that I jump to do on a daily basis. going to come in and do the same stripe on the thumbnail. When I'm doing striping, I do it a bit like connect the dots. So I do a small stripe near the top and then a small stripe near the bottom, and then I connect them, and it does allow me to find the center point and make a straight vertical line. While time consuming, striping is a nail art that I think anybody is capable of doing. You just need the right striping brush and an eye to find the center of the nail, whether it be a horizontal center or a vertical center. Takes me a bit longer to do than it probably should, but once I do the black, I'm coming in with the red, and obviously I do cure it between because I don't want to smear any of the colors, but yeah, I'm going to do the red on this finger, and then I'm going to do the red on the thumb, and then we're going to come in with the green, and evidently I cut some out of it because I'm on the second coat of the green here. So yeah. When doing any designing, including striping, there's a lot of curing included in that. So I did leave out all the times that I did cure, but just know that with each layer or each coat and each stripe color and each design that I did, there is curing involved in between. So now I did just get done curing after doing the green. And so I'm coming in and doing a second coat of the red, and I think I come in with another coat of the black, and we're going to cure between each color on these as well. And that's why I'm doing 2 press-ons at a time and not just doing the whole thing. So I just got done curing the red, and now I'm coming in with that black again. We want to make sure that it's as black as possible, and it also allows us to clean up any mistakes that we make. As you just saw, I was able to clean that up. And we're just going to stripe in the same way and make sure that it's all uniform and neat. If any color gets on the center color, adding a second coat on it allows us to clean that up. And now I'm just going to come in and do the same on the thumb. And you want to make sure that when you're curing that you do cure for an entire 60 seconds, because black is a tricky color to cure. If you don't cure it long enough, it's going to bubble and peel. So you do want to make sure that you are curing it fully. And in order to ensure that, you want to make sure that the layers are very thin and that you are curing for an entire 60 seconds. And once we're done with that, we're going to come in and we're going to immediately top coat the nails that we are done with so that nothing happens. They don't get messed up, and this is a no wipe top coat. So if we do leave it uncoated, then it's going to be tacky and anything can happen to it. So now we're just coming in with our nail foil glue gel because we're going to be putting some foil flakes on here. And we're doing that in gold, red, and green, the same colors that the striping is done with. So we just want to make sure that there's an even amount of both colors. And right now, it looks like it's being done sloppy, but believe me, there is some method to the madness. Remember, this is sped up 4 times, so it's not like it was just like plopped on. And then once that's done, we're going to smooth it out because if it's not smoothed out, it's going to be lumpy under the top coat. And then once that's done, we're going to come in and do the entire pinky nail in red. And we're going to do a couple coats of that just to make sure that it is opaque enough. And then once that's done, we're going to be putting some lettering on it. here's our second coat of the red. And then we cure between layers. This is number 3. And now we're going to come in with the black. And because this is Black History Month, we're going to come in with BHM. So I'm doing the center letter first. Just as when doing the striping, I start with the center. When I'm doing lettering, I start with the center as well. And this helps to make sure that everything is spaced evenly and that it is centered properly as well. So I'm just using standard block lettering, nothing special here. And I'm using a micro or a detail brush. And so I just use the brush itself to measure the letters. So I'm using the entire length and width of the brush and just setting it down. And between each letter, or should I say each part of a letter, I'm curing as well. So I just did the first vertical line in the letter B, and once that's cleaned up, I'm going to cure that before I do the rounded portion of the letter B. We want to make sure that nothing gets messed up. And then once that's done, I'm coming in with the nail foil glue gel again, and we're going to be putting in some gold flakes. Kind of just ties everything together. And I did do a complete set of, I believe it was 16 nails total that I did in this set. And that way they can be switched out and sized properly. So now that everything is done, I'm top coating the other 3 nails because remember the striping nails have already been top coated. And now just capping the ends and curing. And here's the final result of this hand. And now I'm going to do the other hand, and I'll be back with the still photos. So this is the complete set of the 10, but I did an additional few as well, and this is the inspiration in the actual photo. And here's the additional 6 nails that I included. And I hope that you enjoyed watching this tutorial, watching me work, doing these press-on nails, and closing out Black History Month. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Thanks again for watching, and see y'all later!